Y'all. So the video that's playing in the background right now is not what I'm going to react to. I'm going to flip up and they're going to be talking about paying bills when the woman is working. And it's still to this day. I'm not sure how long ago the clip was, but the comments were fairly within the last like 2 3 months. So it's modern day thought. And yet you'll see even because I also did a video years ago, like 3 4 years ago, about Justin Toller, who posted a question about paying bills and shared accounts on Twitter, and it's the same entirely. And I don't understand it. I don't understand the idea that people would say let's be married, but still act like we just two fucking people that's just kind of like in college and shit. So let's I'm unmuted so you can get the full thing. All right, but I'm not ignore the first few words until I flip.
I'm what if you meet this dude? I always thought I was gonna live the bad like.
As your partner asked you financially, what are you willing to bring?
It's making me sweat.
It made me sweat. He was like, "Hey, I do want." He's like, "Let's talk about like building a life together." And he was like, "I think that a man should take care of the mortgage, and I think that that the man should take care of the utilities and everything that needs to go on with the house. But as a working woman, it's not like you don't plan on stopping working, and so what?
Why the rule? Do you not
Because
like
where
that?
are you going with this working woman? Like, what if I don't want to do this in our life together? I know Medina wants children. I think she's gonna want to stop working.
And I did bring that up because we were talking about without kids first. And he's like,
Okay.
what do you think the woman's money should go towards if you don't have to pay for these bills? Like, I got hot and sweaty and I had upper lips, so I would call my mama and I called my sister. I was like, what y'all doing? What y'all paying for? Like, I always thought I was gonna live the bad like I gotta pay Wi-Fi bills.
Do you hear a really big difference between the way that you and Kiki are thinking about this, though? Is your part?
Okay, so at the ending there, real quick, as you see, she just didn't plan on getting old. That's bizarre. People who don't plan on getting old are like, what do you plan on doing then? Do you really think at 60 you're going to be acting like you were at 20? That's another thing, another conversation. But real quick, we gotta stop this. There should be no difference in what your life looks like at 50, 60 years old versus 20 and 30. Please stop. That shit is goofy. It's goofy to see old ass people walking around, regardless of gender, what shit they had on that. Like, I'm gonna just leave it alone here. Um, but yeah, as you see, like there's a good and a bad with what her man said to her, right? The good is, first of all, he addressed that at all. He said, "You don't plan on not working, so therefore, I'm like, this is my verbiage on it. Your time spent outside the home should be reflected inside the home, just like mine. I'm not allowed to just go out and just hang out for, but let's say besides work, let's say I still work, pay the bills, but I get another 40 hours or however often many hours you work that week to just spend on my own and not have to contribute that time towards the house? Because that's what you're doing when you say you want to work and your money should disappear. That shit is stupid. Your time outside the home, just like mine, reflects inside the home. Where he screwed up is, fellas, we have to be like the dumbest animals on planet Earth. When we were quote unquote the only breadwinners was ladies, that was never the case. Never the case. Look it up. Even in the times y'all talk about where women couldn't have bank accounts, you liars. Like 25% of women were working. So where the fuck were they putting their money? Liars. So if where was I being a smart ass? I forgot my point. Um, did they want separate bank accounts then? Or did they say, well, we're both going to tap into yours? So now all of a sudden, when splitting and divorcing becomes just that easy, now it's like, oh, let's keep separate bank accounts. That way I can constantly funnel money to wherever I want to put that money. That's egregious that we have allowed that. That is ridiculous. I would never do that. I don't plan on getting married at this point, 32. But if I were, no. The last chick I was talking to, I cut it off because well, let's say relevant before I cut it off, but I made it clear if you're going to whether you work or not, which you have to, I believe is very dumb to have a home together. You're married and you have separate bank accounts. To me, that's only part time. That's stupid. I'm not doing that. If that's the case, let's keep separate homes too. Let's keep separate bills too. Why do you want to come with me or me come with you or we just get a place together, but only I do some shit? No, no. And another thing about bills, and I've said this before, if you let's say she wants to set it where she doesn't pay anything, are you only going to keep? Are you totally 100% of the time going to control the temperature of the house? Oh no, we ain't cutting the AC off. You blowing fans. Oh no, we ain't not 72. We cutting it down to 65. Period. Use a space heater in whatever room you're in. Not too high though. All right, that's enough space heater. We not splurging. We go on vacations that I approve of and only that I approve of. This the budget. Period. Not going over. I don't care how much fun we're at. Are they going to be okay with that? I can guarantee you no. But the shit that they say that they'll do on their end, which they already said they don't do, so I'm not sure how they keep getting this argument. Are you going to be able to like, no, I want it this way. No, I don't want takeout. No, I don't want to eat out again. I want 6 dinners minimum a week. I want this many. Like, are you able to just do shit like that? That's where this bullshit gets played, gets hidden within. Oh, you're the man. I'm getting sick of this. I'm getting real sick of this. Now, I think there's a point that I missed, so we're at the beginning. I'm going to start it over.
Between the way that you and Kiki are thinking about this, though, is your partner asked you financially, what are you willing to bring?
This is making me sweat.
It made me sweat. He was like, "Hey, I do want." He's like, "Let's talk about like building a life together." And he was like, "I think that a man should take care of the mortgage, and I think that the man should take care of the utilities and everything that needs to go on with the house. But as a working woman, it's not like you don't plan on stopping working, and so what?
Why the rule? Do you not
Because
like
where
that?
are you going with this working woman? Like, what if I don't want to do this? And I like.
Oh yeah, so those 2 points. If you don't want to work, I've said this before, you all can plan for that, but nobody wants to. Everybody want to just fuck around till, in more ways than the physical part, just fuck around until whenever. Then it's just like, oh yeah, I should be able to not work. Well, just like you was out there fucking your money off, I don't plan on having kids, so I'm out here fucking my money off. Yeah, when we get together, you want to stop working, we're gonna need another 5-6 years to build that up. We just gonna have to. So until then, you still gotta work. Like you can't have literally everything and think that it's just gonna work out all smooth. I get to delay based on the time frame that y'all keep talking about traditional, which is a bubble time in history, by what at minimum a decade. But think that you're just going to go right to that point and live the life that you would have lived then. Oh my God, that is so stupid. That's not, you can't do anything that way. You can't eat like shit your whole life and then go, oh yeah, I'm 30. This is when my metabolism slows down. Let me fix it. And then think that your body's just going to immediately just adapt to start, continue to operate in pristine condition. That's not how it works. You beat your immune system to death. You beat your digestive system to death. Your kidneys, your liver. You done smoked, drink, ate a bunch of bullshit. Your body's going to suffer one way or another. You're minimizing the suffering, but it's done. It's done. Same thing with marriage life. You can't just ignore it, not acknowledge it at all, and then at 35, oh, I'm just going to get married and live the life that I've always wanted to live as a married. What? Let's go to the comments. Do not comment in anger. Read the comments and move accordingly. I like that disclaimer. I like it because when you comment angrily, I see a lot of dudes on certain posts comment angrily, and it's a stain. It's a stain. Like I just saw one post, I can't remember exactly what it was, but you can tell it was a Kevin Samuels post. You can tell that dudes were just firing off, and what that does is that no pun intended, but that gives ammunition to people who disagrees with our talking points to go, see, they're just angry incels. This is why I don't associate with them. Like that bullshit that goes along. She says, as a non-American, specifically Scandinavian perspective, I'm appalled that a person who desires long-term committed relationship does not already have in mind how they will contribute to a shared household. The financial contribution should reflect in equal proportion what each person earns. But to assume all expenses be covered entirely by one side in this economy is beyond me and downright unwise. Healthcare is so expensive in the US. What if he gets sick, loses his job? At least he'll be investing, saving before and while you are with a partner. Okay, she has some good, she has some bad as well. First of all, I want this. Healthcare is a trigger word to me because people are trying to make that like quote unquote free. Which, if you look at quote free countries, the countries that have free healthcare, those citizens also carry private insurance. They don't just not. They don't get to just get free healthcare and then nothing. A lot of those citizens carry private insurance for the shit that the free shit doesn't cover. So just like in America today, like I made a video about, I gotta pay for everything 2 or 3 times. Example, I pay private, which I'm going to stop maybe next time around when we can get off of it. I pay for mine private, then I pay for Medicare, Medicaid, and then I think that's it. At least on paper, that's it. So I pay for healthcare 3 times. Like, what the fuck? Stop doing that. Like that equates to about $3,000-$4,000 a year extra that I pay. Do you see how expensive that free shit is? All right, so we're off of that. The part where she says, well, you don't have in mind to contribute financially is appalling. It would be good if she didn't connect it directly to where she says it should be covered proportion and you can't take care of a household with one income. That's false. You can take care of a household with one income, as I've said 30,000 times. You plan for it. It takes some years. It's not easy, but you can pay for one income on average income. If I had a wife and a kid or 2 right now, as long as we plan for it, she wouldn't have to work. Unless, of course, you all want that super luxurious lifestyle, which to each his own, but you're doing that to yourself. The not wanting to pace yourself is the reason we're in here making all this shit so difficult. Slow the fuck down and get over yourself. And again, why do we have separate bank accounts? You're gonna see that as a theme here, that they keep talking, men and women, as if they don't have the same account. Why are we getting married and still acting as if we're separate entities? Because if we're separate entities, why do you live here? Why? Why do we have to have the arguments of that we have as a married couple if we get to operate as if we don't live together? That's stupid. That's fucking stupid. If this is the case, fine. I'm being petty right down the middle. You'll pay your half of the water bill, electric, sit your shit on the table, dinner time. Don't cook my burger. I fry that shit myself. Don't touch my plate. Don't none of that. And on the flip side, I'm leaving your pennies where they are. If you take too much of the countertop on the bathroom shit, I'm knocking shit on the floor. This is stupid. This is really dumb. Why does the pettiness stop where you want it to? Either it's one bank account or don't come here at all. This is dumb. Why would you not keep track of all 100% of the finances, which is very critical, that come in and out of the household? That's stupid. But I bet if you run into some financial troubles, the person who can't have the same account as you has to step in and help. That's stupid. It's dumb. Moving on. Why does it matter? My dad never asked my mom this question because he was too busy being a man. And this is where you clearly don't want the conversation to go anywhere. So why'd you comment? You just want people to argue with you and say bullshit so you can feel good. You people who need to do this to feel good about your day, you oh my god, you're incredibly dumb and odd. And this is dumb. This is odd. This is stupid. What was the point of this? What was the point? And of course, her account is private. Yo, social media sites, if you are private, you should only be able to make comments to the people that can see your account. You should your comment under any page should only be seen by people who can see your account. I do not understand how a woman works for a living and she surprised she has to cover Wi-Fi. How do we demand equality but only in the way that benefits us? Why is this a discussion we're having in 2023? This is a girl? It's not even a girl. Why is it Deucin? Is that her? Okay, I guess some old lady. Alright. Hypothetically, if a couple both make the same, let's say each make $85,000 a year, however, he pays all living expenses, I honestly asked him, no sarcasm, why should a woman's income, what should a woman's income go towards? And this investing, retirement shit, it's very clear that a lot of you are using this answer because of how it sounds. Most of you who are going to address investing in retirement are going to literally just put it in the bank. And then that's it. That's stupid. That's stupid. If you're going to invest to put in the bank and we don't touch it, then damn, my bad, I'm watching Lions game. Then by default, that means it should only take like 2-3 years to build up a cushion. Cause let's be real, most people, especially working class people, you're not going to just fully retire. Most people won't. And most people that fully retire, they're going to do what old people do now, which is struggle like a motherfucker. And now you gotta sit there and like, oh shit, my pills. Oh, I can't. So literally the way y'all are using this is stupid. Stop saying shit you hear other people say. Please. Then this person says, joint account, investment account, where you need 2 signatures to move funds. This is why you should just have one account. Like, wouldn't that make sense? Instead of 2, whatever. Now this answer, I'm not sure if he was joking, but it doesn't do anything. It's equivalent to the woman up top who says, he was too busy being a man. If I gotta pay for everything, I'm a cheat, period. It's stupid. It's stupid. Now, to be fair, before I go in, women say the same shit. Literally just as blunt too. If I gotta pay for everything, I shouldn't have to come home and do shit. If I gotta pay for everything, I should be able. You don't talk shit to me. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and not respect him. So y'all gotta understand. Y'all ask for the same shit. Y'all do the same thing, but this is a really dumb, pointless response. Even as a joke. As a joke, it does nothing but takes the conversation backwards. Husband pays mortgage, wife pays utilities. We both contribute to groceries and household items. Do you see how retarded this is? Why complicate it to that degree? When you sit down and you look at, until it changes, whose schedule gives them more of ability to do the grocery shopping, and again, I'm assuming you have joint accounts, then that person would just do the grocery shopping. Same thing for the kids going to school. This is why I say the sweet spot is one person works full-time, one person works part-time. This way, the house can work as smoothly as possibly can. And the only reason I say part-time working at all is because I've seen, whether it's a podcast or TV show or anything, I've seen women make the complaint of, we just sit there at home and don't do anything, and we just start to die inside a little, and work part-time to get to scratch the itch, see adults, and then still go do your shit. Like, that has to be done at home. Right? And again, I'm only saying that because y'all say you need, in the day and age of social media, I don't know why, but you need to apparently get out and do something. All right? So might as well find something you can do and make money while doing it. Whatever. But look how complicated this is. We all just kind of just like contribute, whatever. Is your house just a society now? Or just a bunch of just random individuals and y'all just, we all pay our tax here at the house. Damn. Anything but like being vulnerable, right? Because that's the number one goal here, to not be vulnerable. Because he'll just cut the money off in 2023 when you can have a debit card and be a primary account something. Okay. Groceries, hair, nails, toes, gym, clothes, wax, couples massages, and some trips. That's what I want to pay for. Again, just live the cozy life. Live the cozy life. Life shouldn't be work, right? Even though you gotta do work to produce the shit she wants. What the fuck is that? You people who feel like you shouldn't have to work, or no stress should be associated with life. Who are you? Who are you? Because that's what is directly involved with life. Stress. Y'all trying to live a life like retired, well-off 60-year-olds in your 20s and 30s, when we know for a fact all of you ain't balling like that, especially in your 20s. God damn. I read that comment with a snuffy nose too in my head. I can't understand how an adult wants to be considered a partner, but does not want to contribute in a significant manner. Majority want to ride the wave. Can't flack him for that. I'm a little confused. If the woman is working, why is he paying the mortgage and utilities? Why does it split it all and the ratio reflects their... Oh my God. One person is earning, one unit is earning something. Okay? What do you collectively earn? This is the same thing that I don't understand when you get to, like when you watch like a Kendra G show or some shit, and they like, oh, I can't date down, meaning like if she makes 120, he can't make like regular, like average, which is 50, like, because then my life will slow down. All right, first of all, when you get married, your life slows down anyway. But if someone has $50,000 and you make 120, now you have 170 combined $1,000. You mean to tell me you can't still live a... you know what? It is... Jesus Christ, you are some brats. You can't be this big of a fucking brat. It's not allowed. You are an adult. Like, growing up isn't I pay for expensive trips. Growing up is understanding you gotta have some give and take, compromise and sacrifice for shit you want. But no, being an adult is taking a picture in the same place a million people took a picture because, you know, social media in 2023. There's literally no one answer. No matter how much you try and make, there will be one. Make there be okay. Oh, make there be one. Make there be one okay. Now I see why grammar is important. Every single person should be making a unique agreement in their own relationship that has zero to do with anyone else's. God, what the fuck was the... We know that. Well, this move the needle where? It's okay to say this if you accompany it with something of substance. This was pointless and stupid because it did nothing. Partners should be living separately. It's time. It's 2023. Um, I don't think this lady is joking. I think she's serious. We've heard it a couple times now where women say they want to live separate from their husbands. Um, and I'm pretty sure it's an attempt to not have any restrictions in place, which is a horrible way to have a family. It's a horrible way to have a community. It's a horrible way to have a society. But people keep asking for this. So now my thing is, do we need to now, if you want to come to sell me this, we definitely need to tear down all the shit that I mentioned before that people fight so hard for, which is Social Security, healthcare, food stamps. Well, yeah, and yes, people, also corporate welfare, all types of welfare. Because remember, we just want to be individuals and not have to be told anything. So why the fuck should people be guaranteeing us any type of a safety net? Why? I just want to be an individual who doesn't have to be told what to do. You going to give somebody some security and you can't tell them what the fuck to do? That's stupid. I want all of the luxuries and benefits, but none of the shit that comes with it. Wow. How much of a piece of shit can you be? And that's coming from me. Some very interesting comments. I'm going to go to the 30-minute mark and just round it on up. Some very interesting comments. Are any ladies here making moves towards generational wealth investments if you are not contributing to the market, utility, etc.? Okay, all right, listen. This generational wealth thing needs to stop. Okay? It needs to stop. Generational wealth, let's just call it $1 million, right? Just to have a solid number to go by. Let's just call it $1 million. $1 million, people. Millionaires, like that Dave Ramsey study, they're not talking about liquid cash. Millionaires don't typically have just $1 million in a bank, right? I mean, unless they're like an entertainer or something. But that's not the typical way people have just $1 million sitting around. They have $1 million in their home. Like, and this stuff is collectively, like their home. Maybe they have like a property somewhere, some CDs or some shit, or some bonds. Like there's other shit that goes into your net worth other than the money you have in the bank. Okay? So when you want to build generational wealth, a big chunk of it is going to be you getting a house that you can kind of pass down from generation to generation. That's one big part of it. If you want to include businesses in that, businesses aren't just you start them and then they balloon to multiple millions of dollars just over, like that's it. Have y'all ever been paying attention? Because even in entertainment, they will tell you, like I used to watch Bar Rescue, and they say so many bars close their doors every year. Which and then I've also heard, I forget where I heard it, but they say I think it was this Ramsey guy who does restaurants, I think. And there they state that like 90% of like the businesses, they don't make it to like year 5 or some shit like that. So this idea that people just generational wealth, and now they're using that as a way to decide if they're going to have a family with someone, that is retarded. Because y'all are taking that as either you make it or you leave that person. That's careless. That is fucking careless. And on that, you know what? We already at 29 minutes. I'm gonna read one more and be done. Oh my God. My married parents' split cost us the following. My dad, mortgage, phone, Wi-Fi, water, and light bill. My mom, my schooling through preschool to high school. I'm a university student now, paying for my education via scholarship and now loans. Groceries, trips, restaurants, outings, and cable. Every person should have the financial responsibility conversation before moving in together, whether just their roommates or a couple. Okay, if you're roommates, you're just literally just splitting the bills. So I don't know why she said that. But I still don't like this. I would still never agree to this. Why do we have? Why? What is this that? What is it that you want to do that's so awful that you can't possibly let me see what you're buying? Explain that to me. I can't keep track of your funds. Why? Why? Which, if we're married, our funds? So tell me why I can't keep track of our funds. Because that to me sounds like, are you hiding something? Because if you're not hiding anything, there's no need to keep me completely out of it. So look, and she doesn't have a reply. I would have read the reply for the last one, but I don't know, man. I know I'm not, but I guess to ask the question in the comment section, do y'all think I'm tripping or something like that? But yeah, this my trip on this. This is kind of stupid. This is really stupid. Be right, not positive. I'm out.